Yeah. Hello, everyone. Myself, Asif Khan, and I'm a senior software engineer at Diligent from the community team. And today, we'll be going through one presentation, which is insight for Diligent Hackathon 2025, and in which we have come up with one of the use case for community app. And so that idea name we have kept here like PoliBot, which is Poly Search Assistant. Basically we are targeting in the community app application for policy module. So it's basically a AI powered assistant which is basically designed to simplify and speed up how we are searching or we are going through the complex policy documents. So if I'll directly jump into the problem statement. So currently, finding a specific answer in a lengthy PDF or documentation, which is our policy documents. So as we know that any user can create n number of policy documents, and those documents can size vary up to 1 page, 2 page, 20 page, 200 pages, and 2000 pages as well. And when we have that long data and someone want to search any specific policy, or maybe from those policies someone wanted to get some answer which is relevant to them, so it's basically a hectic work because directly scrolling that document and searching the specific answer, that process will become it's not just slow, also it is inefficient and is very time consuming. So what we thought of, if I'll just talk about our goals. So our goal is simple, that we are going to be introduce like a AI powered system. It's a chatbot where a user can directly can write down their question, and they will instantly they will get the accurate answer from the whatever the documents he has the access. So this is something that we have come up, that we have currently our goal. And if I'll talk about what all persona will get the benefit from this solution. So all of them actually will get, like board admins, board members, staff, and public users, like whosoever needed those policy relevant answers, and that time it will be helpful. One more problem statement I would like to cover here, which I have missed, that suppose in a board meeting is going on, and from the one of the board member wanted to pitch any of the policy, whether before committing into something, that whether we are covering into that policy or not. So instead of going through the policy document what he can do, directly he can interact with our chatbot and ask the question whether we are covering this something in our policy, so it can give instant answer. So if I'll talk about the approach side, so here approach will be something like, suppose we have the whatever the documents we have, like it's Word documents or like PDF documents we have, that documents we will chunk into the small pieces, and those chunks will be converted into the embeddings, basically a vector embeddings. And those vector will be, since our LLM model directly will not understand the text, so we have to convert that text into the vectors, and those vector will be going to store into some vector DB. So in our case we have used here Milvus DB. So after that we have the next step, which is like LLM model. So we can use many models are available, like from the Hugging Face, Mistral, these are open source, and for our case we have used the Gemini, which is a Flash 2.0. So what it will do, it will retrieve the top three search similarity from the vector DB, and on top of those three contexts along with the user question, we will pass the static prompt as well for some filtration process, that if we will not get the relevant answer, or some questions are some answers are not available in the document, then our bot should respond that those data is not available into your documents. So we will generate that structured response, and we will send to the response as in a chatbot. So if I'll talk about a little more into the details. So what we will do here, we will take the documents and we will store into the server, and like whichever the document, like either it's a PDF or the Word documents. Then after we will do the chunking of that documents, we will break down into the small pieces. And for our case, we have used like 1000 length of chunking we have done here. Each chunk is equals to one character. And then after once that chunking we have to generate the we have to convert into the vector format. To convert it into the vector format, we are calling that process will be embedding generation. That will be done with the help of any of the models. So we are using here Google Gemini model to generate the embeddings. And once we have the vectors, we are going to store into the vector DB. In our case, we have used the Milvus provided by Zillius, which is the cloud one, and it is open source cluster. So we will be store those whatever the vectors we have generated into the Milvus. In the next process, what we will do, our model will with the help of vector DB, we will do the similarity search, and our vector DB will give the whatever the configuration we have done. Suppose top three similar vectors we wanted on basis of the user prompt. So it will give that similar context top three, and we will take those context along with user question. We will pass an static prompt. We will pass to the LLM model. In our case, we have used the Gemini 2.0. So it will take those all three things, and it will do the some some structure format it will convert, so that the user can easily able to understand. And here I have covered one more module, which is like answer with the privacy. So since like many of us we may have the question that we are feeding our feeding our document or content to the model, so which is not good. So in our case, we are not feeding to the LLM. Basically, we are holding our all the policies into the vector DB, which is secure one, and whichever the answer that user wanted. So we will take that relevant answer along with the user prompt. We will pass to the LLM. So only the answer context will be we will pass to the LLM, and LLM will frame it in answerable form, which is more meaningful. So that's a basic overview. Let's understand the architecture. So here we have the user, and our front end will be built on React, and a backend will be on Python. And we have used to expose the services using with fast API. And along with that, we have used in Python LangChain framework. And apart from it, we have used Google generative AI, which is a Gemini 2.0 flash model we have used. And Milvus we have used, which is like cloud one using with Zealous. So let's go with the demo part. Yeah. So this is our community app application, and currently I'm at all meetings tab. I'll just go to the our policy tab here. So once we'll click on the policy book, so at the bottom left hand side, like right hand side, we have got the message, got question about policy, click here to chat with me. Okay, so that icon we have enabled, so that once user will click on it, it will pop up one window like chatbot window along with one greeting message. Okay, and here as we can see, since it is loading in our policy documents, like whatever the policy it's available for particular user. So once it will load, yeah, so as we can see, like we have some policy documents like students health, food safety, and employee practices, and staff roles. So what currently we have done, since our backend is running on Python, which is separately, and we have invoked these all documents which policies are available here. Okay, so that our backend having our bot having the access of these document, so that whatever the content it's written over there, and we can ask the relevant question to the bot. Okay, so since I already open in the other tab, already open some documentation I already opened. So this, if I'll just talk about this food safety related documentation. So let's ask this any question to the bot. Okay, we are covering some safe food handling practice, allergen management, nutrition education, and periodic review. We'll ask one question to the bot. How does this food safety policy support student health beyond just serving meals? Sorry, beyond. Along with reference of each policy, what what we say, that suppose we want that number as well if they are giving some. So let me click on it. Oh, sorry, I missed here something. Let's see what's the okay. Here, yeah, something we are getting. So, food safety policy supports the students' health beyond just serving meals in the following ways. So, it's referring one of 4.2, 4.7, and 4.8. So, if I'll read this 4.7 along with that 4.10 as well, which is like periodic review. Okay, 4.8 for collaboration with parents and community, and a discussion food about services, nutrition policies to ensure alignment with local values and preferences. Okay, so those all I guess we can find in our document as well. 4.8, if I'll just read this, just telling something about engaged parents and the community. So collaboration with parents and the community. So yeah, we are getting like a pretty much some relevant answer that a user may want. Okay, so let's check with the some different policy as well, which is something like student health services we have. Okay, so I want some question related to health service as well. So in that, suppose I will ask something related like medication administration. Okay, so here I'll type here one question like how does student health services policy ensure safe and responsible medication administration during school hours? Okay, student health services policy ensures safe and responsible medications. Okay, which is it's mentioning in 1.4, which is prescription medication. Okay, so as you can see 1.4 we have 1.5 we have over the counter medication administered over the counter medication. Okay, yeah, so and one more thing, we have compliances with laws, adhering to state laws and the strict procedure for medication administration. Okay, yeah, I guess we are getting pretty much answer here. As we can see that it is for 1 point compliances and laws. There is compliances and laws. Hmm. Health record and confidentiality. Okay. So let's something we will search for which that answer should not be available. Okay, so which I have found in this policy, they were not discussing students' health, something related to mental health. Okay, so let's ask some question related to mental health. That any policy they are covering related to mental health. So I'll just frame it one question like uh, what support is provided from student health policy for student mental health. So it is saying that I'm sorry, but based on the context provided, there's no mention of a specific support for student mental health. The policy focuses on general health service, medication administration, and related procedures. So as we can see, that's something mental related. We didn't find anything. Okay. So this is all we have seen. Very small documentation. Let's jump into one more a big documentation which we have. It's all just related to like map. Okay, map information we have. It's around 400 to 500 pages we have. It's very like bulk data we have. So let's figure it out. Like if our bot is able to answer it from any of the paragraph. Okay, since these paragraph, any of the paragraph, we may like like any user can raise any of the question from that paragraph itself. So what I will do, I'll just copy this question and I'll ask ChatGPT. Okay, so generate me one question from this below context. Okay, and that question we will ask to the bot. Generate me single question along with answer from below context. Okay, how has the field of cartography evolved from the Stone Age to the computer age according to the context provided? Okay, so I'll just copy this and we'll check to the bot if he's able to answer it. Okay, Harold wrote a British colleague started in cartography when limestone lithographic printing plates were still around and continuous as computers become tools for making and displaying maps. People have seen the evolution from SYM map to palm tops. Okay, what answer we are getting from this? The field of cartography evolved significantly, and yeah, Harold Froll, who witnessed the transition from the Stone Age to the computer age. Okay, that's what I guess we have got here. And apart from it, also we have got something related to SY map to modern tools such as palm tops, map bearing cell phones. I guess the palm tops, map bearing cell phones. Okay, so yeah, so this is all about just like some like a small example and the big example we have taken in this. Okay, so yeah, I guess in my let's jump into the above flow. Okay, here next apart from it, this normal response, suppose for now like our bot is able to answer. If I'll just quickly walk through the code as well, that how it will look like. Okay, so currently our bot is targeting, this is my backend code, this is my front end code, this is documentation. Okay, this we have our main docs folder, which those all policies I have kept in a file system. Okay, since it is from backend side, it is not fully integrated, and whatever the currently our bot is targeting to this folder, and similar to that, for feature enhancement purpose we can directly target to our S3 bucket or somewhere wherever our policy documentation we are like storing. Either we can some drive link, some drive we can target, or some folder we can target, like that it can be enhanced. And this very generic solution, it's not just limited with the community, like any sector we can expand this wherever it's needed, where we need some relevant answer from the documents. So yeah, and one more thing. Yeah, so this is all just about as we have used the fast API, and that's how we are loading the documents using with the LangChain framework we have used with the PyPDF loader, and for Word document we have used the unstructured Word document loader. So two types of files we are supporting here. And for embeddings, yeah, we have used this Google generative AI embeddings for embeddings 001. And Milvus we have passed here URI and the tokens, and the collection name we have mentioned here like question answer 4. So by this collection name it is getting stored. And if I'll just show you that how it will look like that Milvus collection here. So since I have used the Zilliz, so I guess I need to log in with my account. Quickly, I will log in it. Okay. So here I have one of the cluster, which is the policy documents. If I'll click on collections, which is my question answer 4, as we can see, if I'll click on data preview, so since I have break down those text into 1000 each 1000 size of chunks. So that's how that chunks will be look like. And since our document it's a big one, so it's going up to 1000, sorry 100, and I guess each contain around 10. And that's how like its text will be look like, and then after a vector it's like that's how it look like. And there's our primary key, and apart from it, just basic configuration which we have added here, that also I would like to show you. Yeah, so once we have like yeah, here we have passed the k equals to 3 value. That means we are taking the top three result from the vector db to perform. And then after, at the last, for Gemini we are passing here context, and then after whatever the question that comes from the user. Okay, and along with that our prompt we have passed, which is our static one, that we want like if it answer it is not available, then after like our bot should be respond something like that, that provided context, that relevant answer we are not able to find. Okay, and if I'll talk about the splitter, here as you can see that I have split it into the 1000 chunks, and each chunks will be overlapped with the 200, so that whatever the text we have breakdown, that should be like having the relevant context as well. Yeah, so I guess that's all about from this side, and for further my colleague will be continue with the role based access, where we are restricting with the whatever the policy we have, who can access, like admin can access, the staff can access, some restriction we need to perform, so that our bot having the access of all the documents, but it will not respond to if that rules will not match. So that case we have used here like Milverse, which will also support the metadata information. Yeah, so over to you, Nikhil.